Is this working now? Am I going crazy? This should work. I'm just going to check. The first one didn't seem to go live, which is a bit of a pain. Yes, we're good. Right, hello everyone. Welcome to round 2 PRL EF2 Championship. We are at Jeddah today, so it's going to be chaotic, but hopefully it should be a good one. Only the 13 today, which is a bit of a shame. We've had 3 cheeky non-showers, which is a bit of a pain for me and for the rest of the drivers, but we are going to jump straight in to a one-shot qualifying, which gives me no chance to get ready for anything and say anything informative or exciting. So I'm going to jump over with Jimmy Jags, as we always do, as we go through this first straight and into turn 1. As I was saying, one-shot qualifying. We're going to go into one-shot qualifying, then we're going to have a 50% sprint, and then we're going to have a 50% feature race, which will obviously be a different stream that you guys can tune into. Currently got Jack Alaco in P1, which is not a surprise considering the pace he showed in Bahrain it was, although our Henson has jumped ahead. Although Jack Alaco's just jumped ahead and our Henson's jumped ahead. So those two are swapping positions like there's nobody's business. Mr. Cookie disqualified from a session, which is a shame for him, and looks like we have got like OMG, who has either had a spin or been disqualified or something. But he's jumped ahead of Mr. Cookie now, who has been properly disqualified. As up at the front, our Henson is the one who is streaking away a little bit around the top of the field. FML Stinky Pinky now jumps into P2. So very good pace from him, carrying over that pace from Bahrain. Henson looking like he's on a lovely lap, and Hazard now jumps into P2. So the ART boys really dialed up around this trap. Jack Alaco down to P3, Elizzy up in P4. So nice work from him. New boy SWE Wallin up in P6, and Matt F1 UK, the two new guys we are welcoming today. They're doing well. Looks like we've had 2 Charuzas have been disqualified, so they're having a bit of a stinker. I know that maybe they were planning to be at the back, but it looks like it's going to be an ART 1-2, unless anything drastic happens at the moment. We will watch these guys to the line. Our Henson has led for almost 3/4 of the lap, so he's had a very good lap, and Hazard behind him has also done very well to part his way up in the field, and our Henson takes it by 0.4 of a second. Fantastic lap from him. Jimmy Jags got back then, horrible score, got disqualified, so that is a shame for him. 2 Shrews boys at the back for sprints, but our Henson with a fantastic pole, 4/10 ahead, or 3.5 ahead of everyone else. Jack Alaco in P3 with Hazard in P2, Elizzy in P4, Stinky Pinky in P5, Robin Bryan in P6, Simon Barsfan in P7, got Wallin and Matt in P8 and P9, Quick Killers returning in P10, and then we've had Mr. Cookie like OMG High and Jimmy Jags in P11, P12 and P13. So there you go. There's a rather hectic one-shot qualifying. And I'm just going to make sure that this stream is up, because I did a stream to start with, and for some reason that did not work. So you can still hear me. Sweet. Did a stream to start with. All right, Joe, shut up. So, right, here we go. We're going to be jumping into the sprint. Hopefully it should be at night time. And it's going to be 12 laps, I believe, or 10 laps of what should be good racing. We've got the safety car reduced today, so hopefully there won't be too much carnage, as our Henson is very happy with his pole lap, and I'm not surprised. It was fantastically done. And we've got 6 people watching. All right, lads. Welcome to the stream. Don't forget to send in your super chats so I can pay my rent. Please do. As we count down this sprint, so no tyre change is necessary. Will be a straight fight to the finish. I imagine on hard tyres. It was what we had in Bahrain. We'll have to wait and see. I hope I've chucked the formation lap on. We will find out. The eternal panic of whether I've got the settings right. Looks like we have got the formation lap on. And it is, I completely forget, it's the top 10, it looks like, reversed, which is very cool. Like, I didn't realise it was the top 10, I thought it was the top 8. So there we go, Quick Killers on pole. We've got Matt in P2, Wallin in P3, Barsfan in P4, Robin Bryan in P5, P6 is I don't know why I'm saying it. You can literally watch it yourself as Mr. Cookie gets disqualified from the session within about 20 seconds. So not very good from him. So this is going to be a very good chance for some of these guys to pick up some very hefty points. Obviously, we did have to change the the point system a little bit due to Codemasters making a dog of a game. And we had to change the format. So now the top 14, even though there's only 13 of them, so everyone's going to score points. The top 14 will be scoring a little bit of reduced points, but still some pretty hefty points in the sprint. So yeah, really gives a chance for some of these guys up the front now to score big. We've got quite a few, obviously, full-time drivers in there. And obviously our Henson has been disqualified from the session. Looks like he had a collision with our not Stinky Picky, like OMG High, which is a shame, and that is going to ruin their tyre temperatures a little bit. As we still no word from the guys who didn't turn up, which is a shame. And we are just now cruising around at the moment, waiting to get ready. As our Henson is not particularly happy that he's been disqualified on the formation lap, and nor should he be, because that is going to hinder him. Although I'm not much of an F2 nerd myself, so I'm not sure how much tyre temperatures mean in terms, like compared to the F1 cars, where obviously they are pretty crucial. We'll jump on board with the. We'll get this all sorted so that no one tells me off midstream. Position change tyres, everyone on the mediums, so nothing special there. Quick Killers is coming round. Obviously, great to have Quick Killers back. A bit of an OG of this league, especially. Had some time off, but it's great to see him back. And I'm looking forward to seeing him race, and I'll be rooting him on. And obviously the two new boys behind him there for their debuts. I'll be hoping they can pull off something pretty special. Obviously Quick Killers won't be, and he'll be hoping to take the win. Looks like we've got a bunch of disqualified cars, as we saw. So we'll have to see how that affects their starts as everyone lines up nicely. It looks like hopefully we get, as W. Wallen does exactly what I said he wouldn't do. And Quick Killers does it very nicely. Hopefully we get a decent... that is a horrendous one. Okay, we are ready for Saudi Arabia sprints, and we are 5 lights. And we're underway. And we're underway. Quick Killer's got a fantastic start compared to the... I don't know what that is. It looks like a dam's behind him. Fantastic start from Quick Killers. He's already streaking out in front. Looks like everyone's getting through nice and cleanly. A little bit of contact between Simon Barsfan and Robin Bryan, but they look like they've got through unscathed. And it looks like that no one is facing the wrong way. And looks like, is that Robin Bryan who is... yeah, it looks like Robin Bryan who has managed to get... hasn't managed to get past Simon Barsfan, sorry. Looked like he got forced onto the curbs a little bit, and that's just ruined his momentum, but he drops down into P4. Good start from him. Elsewhere, we've had Hazard and our Henson each pick up a few positions, and Jack Alacco, who has definitely picked up a few positions. So for the championship, that is very good for him, as he looks like he's sending one down the inside of Matt. He gives him a lot of space, and Jack Alacco is now off to P5 ahead of the two ARTs, who are struggling to have two cars between them both. Now Stinky Pinky in P7, and Quick Killers is still with a very good lead, although Wallen is definitely closing in a little bit on the trident of Quick Killers. Simon Barsfan is dropping back a little bit of a train behind him. So this is quickly turning into 2 packs, but very good to see that everyone has got through the first couple of corners unscathed, no one facing the wrong way, which is always good for me to see. I'm very happy about that, and hopefully these guys can... Oh, and it looks like we've had Hazard, who has had a spin, and he looks like he's lost some wing. He looks like he's lost a good chunk of his wing. Whether that's going to bring the safety car out or not, we will have to wait and see. Looks like he's probably all right for now. Mr. Cookie and Jimmy Jags just trolling around at the back. And as I say, Wallen is really on the back of Quick Killers now. He's going for the move, although that straight line speed from Quick Killers looks like he's got him out of trouble there. As Wallen thinks better of it. Very good awareness from him there, not to send one down the inside, but he looks like he's got some serious pace, and Quick Killers is going to have to be really careful here. Simon Barsfan is closing it up a little bit as Jack Alacco's at a moment there. I don't know what's happened there. Well, our championship, one of our championship rivals has had a bit of a mare there, down into P11, and is really off the back of the pack now. So he's going to be wanting a safety car, and looks like our Henson and Hazard are both in the pits. So I don't know what's happened there. Hopefully nothing too dramatic, and hopefully they are just Oh, and Quick Kill is really squeezing Wallin, giving him no space there, but all's fair in love and war. And Quick Kill is really struggling to keep the Campos man behind him, and it looks like he's got past him. He does a fantastic move into turn, well, I'm going to make it up, 7, should we say? Fantastic move into turn 7. It looks like he's really got a lot more downforce on the Campos of Wallin, because I imagine if we look behind, Quick Kill is going to close up, although he isn't particularly. He is all over the road, maybe not taking the most ideal line. Yeah, I don't know then, but maybe just Wallin has a fantastic pace, as these cars look incredibly slow to me because I'm used to the F1 cars. But Quick Kill is hanging on nicely, maybe going to make a move into turn the last corner if he can, although just not with the straight line speed at the moment. DRS obviously not activated yet, so very impressive from Wallin to get past Quick Kill without any DRS, as Quick Kill is really good exit out of there. What's he going to be able to do into the first corner? We will find out. Doesn't look like he's quite close enough, although maybe he could close up unless he sends one down the inside. That'd be very impressive, but he thinks better of it. Jimmy Jag sets the fastest lap of the race. Alright, Jimmy, fair enough. Looks like Lizzie's got past Matt, who is dropping down, and has not left Matt a lot of space there at all. So that is a shame to see. That Matt was definitely on the inside and had the right blind. Luckily, he's not been spun around. Looks like we've got either Jimmy Jags. Looks like, yeah, Jimmy Jags has. Careful, lads. Jimmy Jags has had a bit of a moment and has put him down back into P10 after fastest lap of the race. Robin Bryan picks up a 3-second time penalty, which is going to hinder him. And Mr. Cookie, it looks like, has made it up into PRL. Jimmy Jags is going to send one down the inside of Matt, it looks like, but doesn't. Matt sweeps it round and keeps that position. Elsewhere, we have Quick Killer still on the back of Wallin. Simon Barsfan picking up the pace a little bit and has jumped into the DRS of the guy ahead of him. Robin Bryan, with that 3-second penalty, is behind Simon Barsfan, but obviously he's going to jump back a few positions at the moment if everything stays how it is. Apart from that, our Henson in the pits again. Jack Alako and Hazard, they've all had to pit. So the three main championship contenders, maybe apart from Mr. Cookie. Obviously Scouser is not here today. He is our championship leader at the moment, which is a real shame to see, but he couldn't make it today. So we wish him well, and hopefully he is back next round. Robin Bryan looks like he is on the back of Simon Barsfan. We'll be hoping to get the move done down into turn 1. Simon Barsfan may have the DRS. We'll have to wait and see across this detection line. He doesn't. So we're going to have to wait and see whether Robin Bryan can get this move done, as Wallin sets the fastest lap of the race, only to be overtaken by Stinky Pinky. Robin Bryan makes the move to the inside. Can he get it done going into turn 1? Simon Barsfan has the inside line. Kind of glitches across him. I don't know what happened there. Hopefully this is only for me, not for those guys. And very clean racing from these two, it looks like. Robin Bryan is going to keep the... he just sends it to the outside. Simon Barsfan has glitched through. And Sticky Pinky is going to make the most of that and take the position there. So it looks like Simon Barsfan is having a few connection issues, because I don't think anyone else is having it. And that just meant that he, unfortunately for him, glitched through one of the Carlins. Although, no, that's not a Carlin. What the fuck is that? I'm not particularly good with Simon Barsfan has lost the position to Lizzie now, and it looks like it is just his connection, which is a little bit dodgy. So that is a shame. Looks like Lizzie, as I was saying, picked up a 3-second penalty, but is really on the back of the two Red Bull livery cars ahead of him. Quickhill is still on the back of Wallin, just maintaining that DRS gap, although it does look like Wallin has got very good control of this race. So Stinky Pinky makes a move around the outside of Robin. Fantastic move from the Carlin man, carrying his team today. Obviously, his teammate did not show up. Robin Bryan having a little wiggle. And he's just squeezed Lizzie into the wall there, it looked like, and Lizzie bounced back off the wall. And that has been a real shame for Robin Bryan. Liz, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. We'll have to... maybe that will be a report that we have to deal with. But that was definitely going to be a pit stop for Robin Bryan, who was in a great position, and that has completely ruined his sprint race. And that is a real shame to see, as he is going to come into the pits, I imagine. No, he's going to carry on. Okay, fair play to him. He's going to carry on. So he thinks he's got the pace with maybe no wing. Looks like he's... and Matt has been murdered by Jimmy there. It looked like, I don't know what happened. We caught that very late. Luckily, Matt's car has got like a GPS straightener on it, because he is as we've got more contact between Leica OMG High and it looks like Robin Bryan. I don't know what's happened there. Chaos ensuing in this sprint race, which is not great to see. A few contact between other drivers, as Robin Bryan has got no wing and is really struggling to get that car turned. Quick Kill is struggling to hang on to the back of Wallin, and he has just dropped out. Look at that, 1.3, 1.4. Imagine what goes up to 1.5. So he's lost about 6/10 in one corner. Stinky Pinky really on the back of the Belgian man right now. And we will have to see whether he can make a move at some point soon. Simon Bosfan on the back of a Lizzie. So after that spin, Simon Bosfan is looking good for a P4, obviously with the Lizzie's penalty. Mr. Cookie, who started last, has made his way all the way up to P6. So currently, Mr. Cookie will be taking the lead of our championship. Simon Bosfan's game still being a bit funny there. And looks like we have had Quick Killers retire from the session. And He's taking Stinky Pinky with him. And that is a full course safety car. I don't know. Oh, bloody hell, Cookie. Was that Robin Bryan? Luckily, those cars were ghosted. I don't know what happened there. I imagine Quick Killers maybe had a spin and Stinky Pinky just ploughed into the back of him or something. We will check the chat, see what was happening. I don't know what has happened there. Stinky Pinky is distraught. And so he should be. That looked like an incident that wasn't his fault at all. Robin Bryan jumps into the pits, so I imagine I'm not surprised to get that pitch, that wing changed. Wallin, Simon Bosfan and Mr. Cookie all stay out. Jimmy Jags as well with Lizzie, Brian, like OMG High, Matt, all into the pits. I imagine to chuck on some soft tyres. There you go, you can see the tyres changing. Jack Alacco, we'll see what he does as the leader of the guys who have already made a pit stop. I imagine will want to jump into the pits as they don't have a whole lot to lose at the moment. There we go. As you can see, that is a real shame for Quick Killers and Stinky Pinky, who has been murdered by an innocent car, both of them with no fault of their own, obviously it looked like. But that does put Mr. Cookie up into a very good position, into a podium position. Although considering he is going to have to come from the back again in the feature race, these are invaluable points for him in his title charge, especially considering Jackalacco, Hazard and R. Henson are all down the back of the field and picking up a lot less points than he is. R. Henson has decided not to come into the pits and does have a penalty as well. So he is going to be under threat seriously from the ART, his ART teammates and the MP Motorsport car of Jackalacco behind him. But so it's our first actually safety car of the F2 season. We didn't have any in Bahrain. Pretty wide track, no walls, so pretty hard to bring one out there. But this could make for a very exciting finale, as we've got the soft-clad runners behind the 5-lap-old mediums of the top 4. So a couple of penalties in there though. So like OMG High and Matt F1 UK, if they can clear the 2 penalty runners or just keep out of trouble, they're in very good position to make up some positions on the medium runners ahead of them and pick up some very good points. So we'll have to see what happens there as we wait for the rest of the field to come around, and the safety car is leading them around very slowly. Jimmy Jags saying he's surprised he is in P4. So Lizzie has left the session and I don't know what's happened there. That is a shame. Hopefully he can reconnect. He has time to do it, obviously with the safety car. Currently sat in a good P5. A reserve, so obviously won't be scoring any points. But for pride's sake, all the same, does have a penalty. In fact, we'll have a look at the penalties. I imagine it's just a lot of 3-second penalties. If I can... Yeah, I'm not very good at this. 3-second penalties. There we go. 3 seconds for Lizzie, 3 seconds for Robin Bryan, 3 seconds for R. Henson, and 3 seconds for Hazard. So the 2 ART boys picking up those penalties pretty quickly, which is a shame for them. Obviously, all penalties will be reset for the feature race and we'll go again. So they'll be hoping to stay within the white lines for that one, where the large amount of points are awarded. And I imagine the safety car will be coming in this lap, as Wallin, who has pretty much led from start to finish, got the move done on lap 2, I think, maybe lap 1 even. I think maybe lap 2, but has led from start to finish. So he'll be hoping to build a little bit of a gap to the medium runners behind them. and hope they even can fend off the soft runners. He can cruise to victory. Obviously, there will be 3 laps for him to take the victory, which would be a debut victory. So very nicely done for him. If he can pull this off, really introducing himself well to the league. Looks like he made a very clean move as well on quick killers. So a good clean driver and a very quick driver, which is really good to see. We welcome him here. As that is pretty much all I can talk about right now. I'm not as good at characteristics as at waffling. So you'll have to bear with me whilst we come through this final straight, as the safety car is going to be in this lap, so they are all going to weave like crazy to get some temperature into those old mediums for the top 4, and I imagine those softs are going to warm up very, very nicely and have some very good grip, especially on this first lap, as Bert Meilander is trundling around the last corner even, and Wallin is going to see when he wants to go. Is he going to run it right up to the line, or is he going to go out of this final corner? He's taken a very, very wide line, maybe dummying to go, not quite yet, so he is going to run it up a bit close to the line, and he's gone. He looks like he's caught Barsafan a little bit cold there. Barsafan may be under threat from Mr. Cookie, although he looks like he has got the stripstream and the straight line speed, but Mr. Cookie may send one down the inside. We'll have to wait and see whether he does. He doesn't. He thinks better of it. He gets very close to the back of the high-tech ahead of him, and it's almost pushing him through the corners. Mr. Cookie really wanted to get this done now, as it looks like he might have to wait a little bit longer. Looks like we've had Robin Bryan get past the Lizzie, who has joined back into the session. Like OMG High on those soft tyres, has got into P5, so he'll be hoping to make a move on any 4 of these guys up ahead. Looks like he has some pretty good pace, or look like he may have picked up a warning there, so we'll be wanting to stay away from the white lines. So that's going to be pretty crucial come the end of the race. Looks like we've got R. Henson on the back of Matt F1. Is he going to send one down into turn 7? We made it up. He is. As Matt, ooh, close one from those guys. A very aggressive move from R. Henson, but he gets the move done on those medium tyres. Actually, Matt losing a little bit of traction on those red wool hard tyres. Jackalacco, and Matt really, and he's murdered R. Henson. Matt has murdered R. Henson, and it looks like he is. R. Henson has got away with it just about. I don't know how that's happened. Matt has snookered himself there a little bit, just too aggressive into the corner, and has taken the chance of some bigger points away from the ART. Although that is, without mentioning, we say like OMG High has had a moment, it looks like, because he was up in P5. He's dropped down into P7, which is not good for him. The 2MP Motorsport cars nose to tail at the moment, and SEWE Wallin is really looking good at the moment. 8 tenths to Mr. Cookie behind him, who does have very good pace. So Mr. Cookie has managed to get past Simon Barsafan. So Mr. Cookie's going to be hoping he can close up to the back of the Campos ahead of him and look for an unlikely last to first win. Although Simon Barsafan is still close behind Mr. Cookie, and Jimmy Jags holding on to the back of these 4 very nicely, or these 3 even, although Lizzie is right behind him, really right behind him. Is he going to make a move? I wouldn't there, but he does. He sends one with the much fresher tyres, and he's going to want to pull 3 seconds on the Cheroos behind him and hopefully pick himself up a P4, which would be very good for him considering he's disconnected and started from relatively in the back, I think. Looks like Simon Barsafan has really cut the corner there. Jimmy Jags has picked up a 3-second penalty, so that is not going to be good for him. He was currently on for a P4, but now he's going to have to fight for that. Looks like Mr. Cookie has made a move around the outside of Wallin. What a fantastic move that looked like it was. I don't know what happened there. Missed it, unfortunately. Wallin, I don't know, maybe had a moment, but Mr. Cookie has done a fantastic job there and is up into P1. And Wallin is going to have to stick with this very quick Cheroos, it looks like, out front. And Mr. Cookie looking very good to take the lead of the drivers even right now and extend it by a pretty healthy margin, with Jackalacco, Hazard and R. Henson all down in the lower positions. Wallin's looking like he's still got a good bit of pace and is staying on the back of Mr. Cookie. Obviously DRS, I imagine, will come into effect at the end of this lap, so we're going to have one lap, one chance or 2 chances maybe for Wallin to make the move on Mr. Cookie. He's really scraping the wall out. It looks like Liz has got past Simon Barsafan, although Simon Barsafan has made that move back. Jimmy Jags has dropped down into P5. Robin Bryan and Jackalacco are nose to tail on the back of Jimmy Jags. Elizzy with the fastest lap of the race, and he's managed to get back past Simon Barsafan, it looks like, as you can see there. Makes that move into turn 1. Robin Bryan's going to go for the move on Jimmy Jags. and Jimmy Jags goes up a little bit wide, and that looks like it's let Jakalako through on the two of them. So a little bit of a what's it name? Three-goes Hamilton move from Jakalako there, and he's going to get that move done, move himself up into P5, which is crucial for his championship, especially considering the Mr. Cookie is 8/10 ahead of Wallen at the moment, almost breaking that 1 second mark. So some really strong pace from Mr. Cookie. He's going to need it if he wants to come from the back and do this again in the feature race. But yeah, fantastic performance from him at the moment. Alizzi looks like he's on the back of Wallen, although Wallen may want to just not get involved in any fights at the moment and let him go. Looks like Robin Bryan's got past Jimmy Jags, who is tumbling down the order, which is a shame for him. He's really stumbling down the order, and he looks like he's having a nice fight with Hazard. We'll see whether Alizzi can make the move on Wallen for the what would be a technical podium position, but obviously would probably drop back behind. He's going to make the move with DRS. Is he going to make the move into the fast left-hander? He is. Wallen very sensibly thinks better of it, knows he's got a penalty, and doesn't get involved in any shenanigans, although he might try and make the move back down the main straight. But that looks like it is going to be a fantastic lights, or back to front. Last to first challenge from Mr. Cookie, as Wallen is just trying to go for the switchback on Lizzie if he can. But Mr. Cookie, on those hold medium tyres, has held off everyone and is going to come across to take the sprint race win for round 2 of the PRL F2 Championship. A very, very nice performance from him. Wallen in P2. We've got Jakalako moving up to P3, so very nicely done from him, considering he was 30-odd seconds off the back of the pack, only in lap 2 or something. Bartafan picks up a P4, Alizzi picks up a P5, and it's gone now, so I can't see it. But there we go. That is your sprint race. And I am going to jump off stream, go grab a drink, and I will be back with a new stream for the feature race. So I'll see you in a bit.